Hello, Gemini. Welcome to Spicy Sunflower Tarot. This is going to be a reading for the month of January for the new year 2026. Looking at doing a monthly overview for Gemini. So, thank you for being here. Thank you for bringing your time and your attention this way. And looking forward to a brand new year, looking forward to the brand new month. And hopefully, I can help you with whatever information we pull out of this reading, just to be able to kind of guide you to light your path so that you have a little heads up. And then that way you can make your decisions as far as, how you want to think, how you want to move, how you want to operate. Always taking in information that you need and leaving what you don't. Never making a tarot reading or a tarot reader's advice work for you unless it really, really needs to, or your heart says it's true, it's right. So trust yourself, trust your inner wisdom. Thank you again, like I said, for being here. The year 2025 in Chinese astrology, Chinese zodiac, was the year of the snake. So we're closing the doors down. That snake has shed its skin as it moves on to a new part of its path. And we enter 2026 in the year of the horse. So if you've never looked up what those mean, I would encourage you to give that a little bit of a research. The year of the snake heading into the year of the horse. I am using a Celtic cross spread for you, Gemini. Want to look at a general overview for the month of January 2026. I'm going to lay all the cards out and then we're going to come back and talk. So the first card that we were looking for Gemini is the exiting energy. What is leaving your life? What is on its way out as January starts? This very well could be any energy that came from October, November, December, those last 3 months of 2025. What is that for Gemini? 5 of Wands. Interesting. What is a Gemini's current energy? Where is a Gemini currently situated, standing, present? What is their present current position? 4 of Wands. All right. So what is challenging that for a Gemini? What is getting in the way of that, or creating a change or a conflict to that energy for the sign Gemini? Air sign Gemini. 2 of Cups. Interesting. Okay. What's on your mind? What's going on in your head space? That place where you are, I would say that's just your domain, in the mind, on the brain, in the head, thinking, computing things, working things out strategically, concepts, very air energy, very much about the mind. So what is on a Gemini's mind? The Knight of Pentacles. What is down in the recesses of your soul? You might not even know it's there, but it is something that is present. Its energy affects you. What is that for a Gemini? I just had a whole bunch of cards pop out, so I put them all back. Just need just one card. What is for that down in the bottom? Down in the soul is kind of the way I think about it. It's the Fool. Card 0. Very beginning of the major arcana. What is the near future? What can a Gemini anticipate or look forward to, or something that it will be showing its face for the sign Gemini? What is something that they can look forward to? Gemini. Page of Wands. All right. Lots of fire on the table. No swords for you so far, so that is interesting. I'm looking for the external energy for the sign Gemini. It affects them, but it's not them. It's their job, it's their family, it's their relationship, something outside of them. External energy for the sign Gemini. What is that? We have Nine of Cups and internal energy. What is the internal energy for the sign Gemini? What are they all about in the month of January? How are they feeling about all of it? Six of Cups. Lots of fire and now a lot of water, a lot of emotions. Maybe Gemini really feeling emotional this month, possibly. What is your hopes and your fears? It can be a hope. Simultaneously, we could be afraid of it. What is that for Gemini? A Hanged Man. More water energy, major arcana for the sign Pisces, and final outcome. As the curtain closes on January, what can we expect, Gemini? Final energy, final outcome for Gemini. Six of Pentacles. Interesting. Okay, let's get back to the beginning where all of this started. Energy exiting as we enter January. Five of Wands. This is ego battles. This is fighting, bickering. This is big blank energy, BDE. This is, my way. I'm right. You see these two figures in a tug of war over this fiery energy. It's passionate, it's driven, it's all about opportunities. It definitely has something to do, in my opinion, for as work. Something at work. This is like you and a coworker or coworkers not seeing eye to eye. You're right, they're right. You're both going to sit and argue and bicker and go back and forth, and the job isn't going to get done because we're so worried about everybody not seeing eye to eye, and it's not allowing you to keep your eyes fixed on what's really important. So either this was somebody in your recent past that wouldn't get off your back as far as their way was the only way to do things, or this was you being that way, and so you make it if this isn't anything to do with you, don't make a reading fit, but you can decide if this feels like it's correct. You can fill in the blanks as far as how this worked itself out in your storyline. But the Five of Wands is just very egocentric, over the top. It's very narcissistic, argumentative, people just clashing, ego energy, not getting along, argumentative, in the ring, wanting to duke it out over every little stupid thing. So it's such a waste of time. But, when we get really passionate about something, we're not going to let it go. So that's on its way out. As January unfolds, that energy is leaving the scene. Your current present energy is Four of Wands. This is entirely different than the Five of Wands. It's still passionate. It's still energetic. It's still filled with romantic desire. It's ego, definitely, but it has to do with the family, the home. This is Four of Wands is 1111, and that can be soulmate energy. This is you and your special someone enjoying your family life, sitting with you and your family, just relishing in the beauty of it. So the Four of Wands is very front and center, passionate, loving, happy home, happy house, happy spouse. That's where the month of January finds you sitting. And what's challenging that is your connection with your special someone. So you and that person that you share your home with, you and a coworker, this could definitely be a business partner, but more than anything, the Two of Cups has to do with your soulmate energy, that connected lovers, loving connection. Definitely like boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. Two of Cups is my cup and your cup are joined. The two become one. This is crossing the Four of Wands. So something about the connection that you share with somebody special in your life is challenging your ability to have a happy home. So there is like it's interesting because I would think that this would add to this, but for some reason this happy home, happy house, happy spouse kind of energy is being challenged by the connection that you have with that person. So something about the emotional connection with that person is getting in the way of the home fires being able to burn adequately. Whether it's a lack of the connection, it's showing up in the challenge. So there's some kind of a challenge in your connection with your loved one, your partner, your person. There's some challenge in the way that you two are emotionally connecting that's affecting your ability to have this happy home, happy life, something about that. Maybe this person is who you had the ego battles with, or the fighting and the bickering, not seeing eye to eye. What's on your mind is you're on a mission. The Knight of Pentacles, you're on a mission to obtain something with your physical reality. You are interested in investing in a stock. You're interested in putting an offer down on a house. You're interested in looking at jobs in XYZ place or for XYZ company. Something to do with your physical reality. You're holding this pentacle right up to your chest because it means a lot to you. You want to invest. You want to move forward. However, the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the entire deck of cards. They don't do anything drastically, hastily. They move very slowly. So it's on your mind of, I know this would be, if I were a Gemini, this would be how this languaging would sound is, I want to move forward on investing, putting an offer down, looking at a job in XYZ place, but I'm going to do it very slowly and methodically and strategically. I'm not going to count my chickens before they hatch. I'm going to just survey the land. I'm going to be on a mission to accomplish something in my physical reality, but I understand it's going to take time, diligence, steady effort. I don't expect anything to happen overnight. I know that it's going to take time, and I'm willing to put in that time. That's on your mind. That's what you're thinking about. Down in the bottom, in your soul, you might not be aware of it, but it is certainly there, is the energy of the Fool. And this is the energy of a fresh, clean slate. Let's just start over. Let's start fresh. Let's start from the beginning. Let's go back to when we weren't afraid of falling on our face. Let's go back to the time when we could take anything and not worry about the consequences. We could start a new job. We could get into a new relationship. We could move across the country. We could take risks, and we weren't afraid of falling on our face. We want that. There's something down in the bottom of your soul that wants a new beginning. You want to start over. You want to start fresh. You want to be in the energy that it's almost childlike. It's so innocent and almost naive, where I just want to start over. I want to clear the slate. I want to move across the country. All of the things that I was saying. This is a major arcana for the sign of Aries. This is fresh, beginning. The card, it's attributed to the number 0, which isn't even a number. So it's major arcana. It's a big deal. But this is a card all about spirit. This is in your spirit, down in your soul. You want a fresh new beginning. You want to start over because something is just gnawing at you in your spirit. to have a fresh new beginning, to have a fresh new path. Something brand new is gnawing at you. As you move into the future, the near future, the Page of Wands, we're back in that fiery energy, but this is a message. You're delivering a message, or a message is being delivered to you about a job, a career. It's all about your inspirations, your passions, your desires. Something is coming your way in the form of a new opportunity. I really get the feeling that it's a job. I really get the feeling that you're being offered a new beginning, the Fool. You're being offered a new beginning in a new job, maybe in a new location or a new place altogether, but you are receiving the message, and the message is being sent out that, yeah, I want to accept it. Page of Wands is a new opportunity for the sign of Gemini in the near future. So we could be looking at mid-January towards the end of January. At the external influence, external energy for the sign Gemini, it affects you. It's not you, but someone is, their wishes and their dreams are all coming true. They feel so emotionally contented, and that's an energy that affects you. So as you stop and look around and you see, like, your family, your spouse, your loved ones, they're content, they're happy, their cups are full. So you're beginning to have this effect of, you see people in your life that they're beginning to be contented and happy, and I think that makes you happy. This is such beautiful energy, and this is around you, so I think that it's rubbing off on you, because your energy is the Six of Cups. How it makes you feel is, I feel so nostalgic. I feel like I'm just going down memory lane. I remember when I was a kid and I used to enjoy ice cream and chocolate and having time with my family and eating this, doing that, going on a trip. It's taking a trip down memory lane, literally. So you, in the month of January, you're really starting to remember when times were sweet and love was new and things were fresh, and how things felt. This is Six of Cups. It's emotional. So going back to that Fool energy, and going back to like getting a new job, and you thinking about putting an offer down on something or looking for a job, you're on a mission in that Knight of Pentacles. Here you are, and this is how everything's making you feel now. So all that fire energy, all that passion, and that earth energy, that groundedness. Now here you are, as January is unfolding, you're just feeling your feelings, and someone around you is doing the same thing, and there's a lot of contentment, is the way I'm really feeling it. In your hopes and your fears is the Hanged Man, and the Hanged Man is major arcana for the sign of Pisces. So it is the action of willfully surrendering, the action of turning yourself upside down and seeing things from a new perspective, getting a new viewpoint, purposefully going into a upside down characteristic so that you can receive an epiphany, so that you can open your mind, so that you can be open-minded to something. This is your hope, and this is also a fear. I don't know what the fear could be attributed to, other than maybe we're afraid of opening our mind. Maybe we're afraid of expanding our perspective. Maybe we're afraid of receiving enlightenment and achieving a sense of like an epiphany coming our way. We could be afraid of that because it's all the unknown, but we could also be hoping for it. I hope that I won't be so rigid and so set in my ways that I would find it impossible to see other people's points of view. So this is a hope and this is a fear for the sign of Gemini. hope and fear, the Hanged Man, major arcana for the sign Pisces. Final outcome for the sign of Gemini for the month of January is the Six of Pentacles. The final outcome has you in the energy of, I am only going to give to those who give to me. I'm only going to take from those who take from me. I'm only going to spend my time, my physical reality, my money, my effort, if it's received reciprocally. I'm interested in reciprocity. The Six of Pentacles is the merchant giving to two. So I have a job and I have a family, and I'm going to give my time fair and square to both places. I have a love relationship, a family like my spouse, and I've got my my passions, my hobbies, my pursuits. I'm going to give equally to both of those things. I'm going to make sure that it's fair and square. It's equal. That if someone is taking from me, I'm going to stop giving to them until it's fair and square on both sides. There is just this big energy for you in January, Gemini, that things need to be fair and square. They need to be reciprocated. I'm not going to continue to give or receive from something that isn't giving and receiving from me. And it's equal. If they give 50, I give 50. If I give 100, they need to give 100 or I'm done. So it's very reciprocation kind of energy from you. That is your final outcome. I'm going to bring over the Wise Spell Tarot cards. We're going to find 3 more cards just as a last final message for you. Maybe it will confirm what we've already talked about, or maybe this will be something entirely new. For the sign Gemini, one more shuffle for you. Thank you again for your time and your attention. Oh no, hold on. That wasn't supposed to happen. They shot out everywhere. You remember playing that game when you were a kid, the 52 card pickup? That's what that reminded me of. Cards just flying out. Let me make sure nothing else is under the desk. Give me just a second. I don't want to miss out on something for you that was meant to be there. Oh dear. All right. So let's jump back in. For the sign of Gemini, as your last final message, in a way of clarification, what can we give the sign of Gemini? One more shuffle through. Thanks again. Like I said, I'm on TikTok and I'm on YouTube, and I would love it if you would like, follow, subscribe, share the video, follow any comments you want to leave. Always appreciated. 7 of Swords, 2 of Swords, 6 of Cups again. We got that in your reading already. So, Gemini, this last final message is very interesting. There is a snake in the grass. You are at an indecision, to stay or to go, to believe them, to not believe them. Ultimately, though, you are working from your heart, and you need something to be true and honest. Something about needing to remember the innocence that you have always had inside of you. 6 of Cups is that childlike, innocent quality. And therefore, it puts you in a state of indecision when you're met with people that are liars or cheaters or stealers. They're deceitful. They're not trustworthy. It makes you feel, obviously, some kind of a way about, do I keep them around because they serve some kind of purpose? I work with them, or they're a part of my family and I can't cut them out. But there is this, because you're such a sweet individual, you're torn between my commitment to this family or this nostalgic point of view. That Six of Cups is what we already talked about that you're feeling. So that's really coming out as a confirmation. But there will be someone or something in your life that shows themselves true, who they are. They're not honest. They lie, they cheat, they steal. And I think that because you've been in this state of indecision, you will have a decision to have to make about them. But it'll be tough for you because you're in your heart space. You're in that nostalgic energy. Maybe it is somebody in your family, and that's making it that much more difficult. So, a big choice, a big decision to make about that kind of energy. And I'm going to bring the Mystic Manifesting Oracle cards over. Let's see what we can give the sign of Gemini as one last message to finish off the reading with. For the sign Gemini, transform limits. This says, allow spirit to take away doubts, fears, and attachments. Transform limits. Allow spirit to take away doubts, fears, and attachments. The affirmation is, I change my life with ease. This is your reading, Gemini, for the month of January 2026. Thank you again for interacting with my channel on TikTok or YouTube. I hope that you are blessed abundantly. Be well. Thank you again. Namaste.